Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel here at Empowerment Experiences. I am Rochelle Richard and I guide you into and through finding your power in every moment. And I have quite a fun little story to share with you. I'm actually pretty excited about it, and I'm gonna have to grab my my Oracle unicorn cards and show all of you. So let me start first and foremost by letting you all know that I took an amazing, 4-5 day trip. We left on Thursday. We just got back today, which is Tuesday, up northeast, it would be, to Pine Top, Arizona from the Phoenix Valley. And I just got home this evening. This morning, I received a text from my roommate with a picture attached that she had trapped a snake in my house. And I was like, a what? Where? Wait a minute, huh? And I was kind of like, okay, I'll deal with it when I get home. I'll be home later today. No big deal. You know, she has a much deeper aversion to critters and things. Like I don't have much of an issue with bugs, things like that. I grew up on a farm in Kansas. I remember as a little girl in an old farmhouse, the second one I lived in, third one. It'd be the third one that we lived in growing up. And it was the middle of the night and I had felt something crawling on my face. And here I am, literally just kind of woke up feeling something tickling my face. And I took my hand and I just went, psh, and I hit myself in the face to smack the bug, to kill and it was a daddy long leg spider, which if you are at all familiar with those things, they have an itty bitty little body that looks kind of like a tick, like a little round body, and very, very long legs. And they stink when you kill them. Yeah, good old farmhouses in Kansas. And so I'm like, whatever. However, when it comes to reptiles, they're not quite my favorite sort of thing. I actually had a soul brother of mine who in college had a roommate. They lived in the basement of the house where I rented with a couple of girlfriends of mine. And so we all felt safe because, again, he was just like a big brother to me. And they had a snake, and he did his best to get us all a little adapted to it, but not my thing, okay? Yet, I am definitely that person where I will step into my power and say, I'll handle it, especially as the head of household around here. So, back to the trip though, coming home with a soul sister of mine, we were driving back with her and her 13-month-old, my little love bug. I love her to bits and pieces. And we decided to pull some oracle cards, my unicorn oracle cards. And, I'm going to grab, come on for a quick little walk with me here. Let's see here. I'm going to grab so that I can actually show you, because it's such a trip. So we decided to do what is called the Path to Miracles spread for this, let's fix this here, there we go. For this deck of cards, the Oracle of the Unicorns here. It's my favorite deck of cards to work with. And so on our way home, it's a 3-hour drive, and we got to hit construction where the 2-lane road gets narrowed down to 1 lane because of the construction. And we literally had to wait on construction for, oh my goodness, like 30 to 40 minutes we were stopped. So we had plenty of time to be present and to explore our own inner guidance here. So we pulled my girl's cards first, and she herself was presented with the rebirth card in this deck. And then we pulled my cards, because the Path to Miracles spread is a spread that is included in this deck. It is my favorite spread to do because, well, it's Path to Miracles. And it's really incredible. If you would like to book a session with me, definitely reach out to me. There are a couple different links below. You can check them out to look at more details for your own intuitive clarity session. That's what I call them, because we utilize the cards. I provide you with what messages come through me, in addition to the mindset and that ultimate self-love empowerment, additional support and guidance that I am here to be sharing with this world. So that said, let me see here if it's right up here. Of course it's going to be right here, because it was my deck it was my cards. My spread that we did second. So I have these cards here ready. So for both of us, and I know for a lot of us right now in the collective, okay, probably all of us, we really are collectively undergoing a process of rebirth from the old way, the old systems that were in place that are literally falling away. And we're all undergoing this major, major rebirth right now, this incredible transformative time period right now. And we are the creators of our reality. And that's really what this great awakening is about, is awakening to remembering who and what you are and the power that you truly possess within yourself. And of course, that includes how connected we are, how much the universe is giving us signs and guiding us, and is so eager to literally show us, illuminate that path, just as us light workers are here to do as well. We are here to find our own power, learn to truly love ourselves and step into that power, and then illuminate the path for others to follow, because we really truly cannot save another without that person saving themselves. And that's really, really massive for us to recognize that our own power has to come within ourselves. We've got to be the ones to create the changes in our lives and choose to step into our power. So that said, we utilize all kinds of tools and resources that are so readily available. And some of those things include oracle or tarot cards, what we call divination tools. You have pendulums. And then of course we have the wonderful way that the universe likes to simply give us signs in other facets of our lives, such as angel numbers, music that starts playing, billboard signs, headlines on a newspaper, or you're standing in line and you were contemplating going, I don't know what to do, or you were having a discussion with someone, and then you go out in public and you're standing in line, and all of a sudden the person behind you says something directly related to what you were talking about. And you just stand there going, oh my goodness, how is that possible? Well, it's because everything is energy and everything is connected to the all and everything, the source. All right, that which we call God or universe, great spirit, great mystery, whatever label you choose, we are all connected, and we actually are co-creating with that. And the more we become aware of this connection, the more and more you step into your power, and the more you begin to create your life on purpose, because you are purposely looking for this guidance. You are purposely allowing yourself to be open to it. And that said, we did this, as I was saying, this Path to Miracles spread. And for both my soul sister and myself, as I was saying, we had the rebirth card. And I'm going to share with you, it says, reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, create a new reality. So we back it up even more. Well, I suppose not back it up, because we never go backwards, right? We reunite with this snake that's why I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here on my living room floor. And yes, I'm going to introduce you to our house guest here, our intruder. The meaning, when you are presented with visitations from other creatures in this realm, from, I had praying mantis that all of a sudden randomly last summer were coming to me. I had 2 in 5 days, and I had never seen them ever in my 18 years out here in the Phoenix Valley. I had never seen a praying mantis in person out here. and then all of a sudden I'm seeing 2 in a week. Or the roadrunners that will all of a sudden appear, or having, oh my goodness, there's a beautiful quail and his girlfriend, a male and female quail that that we're visiting around. Every time you are presented with a creature in this realm, I highly encourage you to research it. Look up, and I don't use the G word anymore. I am a DuckDuckGo girl at this point, or use any other search engine that isn't being so controlled and censored. Look up what is the spiritual meaning of this. So when we did my card spread, the last card on the Path to Miracle spread is literally the miracle card. It's the overall message from the 6 cards before, because it's a 7-card spread. And it's the overall message that you are to receive. And I certainly know for myself, just as the collective is in the midst of as well, I am undergoing my own transformation. And that's what we're doing here. We are here to learn, grow, expand, and change, and remember who and what we truly are and who we've come here to be, what kind of reality and experience we have come to create, not just for ourselves, but to impact and influence the greater whole, the collective here, especially as light workers, star seeds, those of us who are volunteer souls who purposefully chose to incarnate during this time so that we could awaken to remember who and what we are, the power we possess, step into that power, and then illuminate the path for others to follow, to literally shine our lights so brightly. And that is what I do. So when I get home and I see, and he appears harmless, as I said, and I'm not a big reptile fan. However, I do not feel threatened by this guy. Am I going to pick it up with my bare hands? No. I am in communication with someone to give me some guidance on how to safely remove this little guy and release him right back outside. Based on, like I said, what I've deduced, he is harmless. He's actually good at keeping the venomous snakes away from the environment. So I definitely just want to put him outside. He doesn't need to be in the house. So the 7-card spread, as I was saying, that last card is the rebirth card. Well, when you look up what a snake means, a snake is very much, I want to actually read this little snippet here for you. And the snake is a legendary totem symbolizing transformation of energy from lower vibrations to higher aspects of mind, body, and spirit. The snake sheds its skin in a ritual representing rebirth and new beginnings. A snake represents a fascinating metamorphosis. And right now, holy cow, is that not what we are all in the midst of? And I myself in particular, for sure. But I can look at my soul sister. I can even look at my roommate. And as I said, the collective right now, we are all in the midst of a major metamorphosis, truly transforming from the way it was into something completely new and different, something that truly and far better serves humanity and us, both us individually and collectively. So with that, I encourage you to open yourself up to the universe, when you ask for answers, be open. When you ask the questions, be open to receive the answers. Pay attention to the messages that are being presented you, even when you may not be consciously asking the universe for guidance. You are still being given that guidance. Because you are not in this alone. You didn't come here to do this on your own. You came here to learn, grow, expand, discover, awaken to remember who and what you truly are and the power that you truly possess. So as I am walking in my door, and I had asked her where it was. I hadn't gotten a message back, and here it is right here in my living room. I cannot do a flipperoo on this camera here, so let me turn it around so that you can see in here. I don't know. See, there's the little snake. He's in there, and I don't even know. See, there's his tail. Oh, see? Yep. How fun. A nice small little guy just sitting there making himself right at home in my living room here. And I have never in my life had a snake. Okay, I take that back. When I was, how old was I? I think I was 11 or 12 years old, and an even tinier snake, like it was probably this big, got into the farmhouse where I was. In fact, it was the same farmhouse that I had that daddy long legs that walked on my face that I smacked. Oh my goodness. But I'm here to tell you right now, the universe is always communicating with you, and you can choose to be afraid, or you can choose to be excited that you are actually being given messages, that you are actually being given guidance. The question is, are you tuning into it? Are you paying attention to it? Are you interpreting it? Are you looking for and finding your power in that? Or are you giving it away through fear and saying, oh my gosh, I just make it go away, and not being willing to actually pause, observe, ask for a deeper understanding, a deeper, greater information in terms of what this is about. And for me, it is just absolutely beautifully mind-blowing that this little guy is such a blatant billboard sign, just like the scorpions were a couple weeks ago for, ramping up that self-protection. I'm like, did I actually record and post that video? I'm getting better at recording these videos and putting them up here on my YouTube channel so that they can serve you as well, to show you how I look for and find my power in every moment. And right now, in terms of it correlating to my twin flame journey, that's massive, everybody. When you have so much doubt, when you want to hold on to the way something was, you do not allow for something new. And that includes the dynamic of your twin flame connection. I know for certain that my twin flame connection, we had a lot of crap that we've had to purge and clear and, heal from. Yet, I can also see that old part of me that's wanted to hold on to what was without really truly letting go of that and allowing for a better version of that relationship to arise, to come into fruition, to be manifested. Instead, what we do is we get so afraid, and that's what this rebirth is really also focusing on, is you have got to let go of what was in order to allow what is becoming. You've got to. And I certainly can attest to my own fear of going, oh my gosh, but if oh my gosh, but it was so good during that time right there. And if I could just go back to that time right there, without recognizing that everything has a purpose. Everything has a purpose. And it's up to us to come to the understanding, to interpret what the message is of the things that you are being given. And that is something that I definitely empower my clients with. Whether you do a single intuitive clarity session with me and we go over the challenge that you're being presented with and how to look for and find your power in that. I love doing that. I get so excited about doing those kinds of things. Or whether you work with me in a deep dive one-on-one program. I have a 3-month program that I really dive into with my clients, and I only take on 3 clients a month for that program. So be sure to check with me on that, and so we can schedule a journey clarity call to discuss if I have space. And of course, if you and I are a good fit for that. It's so important that we have a matching vibration in the sense of that you are ready, and I am ready to work with you in that capacity. I really, truly love what I do, and I just want to be sure that you are going to achieve the results that you desire, that I know my clients always get when they work with me. Yeah. So right now, it's very important to recognize that you've got to let go of the old way, of the old stories, of the old sabotaging beliefs, of the stories that you're telling about what you don't want. I've definitely been, what you could say, guilty of doing a lot of that, of looking at what's not been working, of what I don't want to happen. I don't want to lose my twin flame. I don't want, I don't want my business to fail. All those things. But it's up to us. All right? Shift. Pivot what you're giving your attention to. Stop feeding the old. It's time to birth the new version of you, the new life you desire to live, the new reality that we all deserve to exist in, to thrive in, so that we're not all just surviving. And in this new reality, we all recognize the connection we have with each other, the connection we have with our environment around us, with the creatures around us. From angel numbers, again, to songs, to billboards, to the words coming out of someone else's mouth that you needed to hear, that you are shocked that you even got to hear. Because it was so crazy to be in that space. But imagine that wonderful, crazy space that just blows your mind is actually something that is the way it's intended to be. Where we have such an incredible awareness, such an awareness of our connection with the world around us, with source, with our inner power, with our inner knowing. Imagine replacing doubt with certainty, replacing fear with excitement, and replacing fear with love. Imagine that. It's possible. It's really possible. And it's all about you really going into understanding who and what you truly are, and what the universe has been telling you, been working so hard to show you, but you've just not been in that space to see it. It's time for a rebirth. It's time for you to create a new reality. It's time for all of us to do that. And if you're watching this video, it's why you're here. You are a light worker. You weren't brought here accidentally or coincidentally. None of such things. It's all synchronistic. Just like having a snake coming into my house when the major message is about rebirth. It's about rebirth. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I encourage you to begin to be very, very aware, very vigilant in your awareness of what messages are being given you. I promise you, every single day, you're getting messages. Every single day. All right? I am here for you for deeper support and greater understanding. I'm here to hold your hand. I'm here to illuminate that path for you to be finding your way through the darkness and finding your power in every moment. Rochelle Richard with Empowerment Experiences. I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.